When is it time to talk to our kids about pornography? Is it when they're a teenager? Maybe it's when they're a preteen. Well, the other day, my 3-year-old son has a genius ability to get onto my iPad or my phone. I don't know how he does it because I have a lock on my phone, but he knows what YouTube is. And this got me thinking, I think we need to teach our kids about pornography sooner than we think. It's as soon as they have access to the internet. In this case, it was the age of 3 years old. Now, we need to teach our kid about pornography, and we need to tell them what it is. Maybe intimidating, and kind of make you squirm a little bit when you hear the word pornography and that we want to talk to our kids about it. But it will be an important trust-building experience with you and your child. So, what is pornography? This is what we need to tell them. Well, in the case of a 3-year-old, it would be the chances it's someone that isn't dressed at all. And then when we can up it a little bit more, when we teach a little bit older, maybe 6 or 7-year-old, that pornography is an image of a person, video, or a cartoon that doesn't have any clothes on. And this will help them understand what it is, and then they can feel confident in themselves when it happens. But I want to tell you two parts of our brain that we rely on. One is the feeling brain. Now, the feeling brain is the limbic system, which controls our emotions. It's that instant reward that we want. You know, that cookie that smells so good and we want it. Or when a kid goes running out in the street to go get a ball. They're not thinking about what they're doing, they just want that instant reward. Now with the thinking brain, which is the prefrontal cortex, it is the part of the brain we want to have be the boss. It's logical, it plans, it's a slow thinking, what's the pros and cons of it. And this is what we need to help our kids understand is the thinking brain. Now there's an analogy that I have about a raincoat. Now you can go out in pouring rain with this raincoat and the rain will still hit it and the coat will still go wet. But you inside can be protected from the rain. Just like pornography, it is going to be all around our kids. And we need to porn-proof our kids so that even though they might be hit by a little bit here and there, that they'll be able to not hit it inside themselves, and they'll be able to do their best to avoid it. Now, an interesting fact is I saw as young as a 5-year-old have a cell phone. Now, I don't know what access they have to the internet with this cell phone, but your kids will be experiencing pornography anywhere they go. It could be at the store, it could be at a friend's house, school, or even a church. Access to the internet is so easy to gain with these kids' cell phones nowadays. So we need to be aware of who has the internet access and help our children out. Now, also to help our children out, we have an acronym that's called CAN DO. Now, the CAN DO is going to be a great guide for you as a parent to help your child out, even though you might be a little bit scared to talk about this. Now, the C in CAN DO is we need to teach our kids to close their eyes. Close their eyes for when they see the image so that they can get that image quickly out of their head. They're not constantly viewing it. Now, the A is very important for you as an adult, is that you want your kids to always tell a trusted adult that they've seen pornography. How do we build that trust? Well, we need to talk to our kids about it. Make it simple for them to understand on the age limit, but it's complex enough where you can build that trust so they can come to you and saying that, hey, look, Jimmy showed me pornography the other day. And then you can talk to them about it. The best part about this is that you're not only building the trust, but you're building a companionship with your child as well. And you don't want to be upset with them if they have viewed pornography, because then when you're upset with them, they're like, oh, my parents don't really trust me, don't really care, and then they may go view more. It's that sympathetic action that you need to show with them. Now, the N is is, oh my gosh, name it. Now, when we tell our kids what pornography is, they'll be able to name it offhand. We don't want to hit and miss around it, skip around it like it doesn't mean anything. But we need to say, if they see it, that is pornography. And say it out loud. Now think of this, how embarrassing for a kid, maybe Jimmy, their friend down the street, or someone at school, comes and shows you the kid, and like, or your kid, hey, look at this picture. And then your kid says, that's pornography. And then how embarrassed that kid is. And maybe it can save other children around them as well. Now, the D is distract yourself. Now, your kid may have different ideas of what can distract themselves from my kids. But a few of my kids, what can distract themselves is their instruments that they play, or they like to go ride bikes. It's up to you as the parents to help your kids say, hey, you like this activity better, go and do this. Now the O is in can do, is order your thinking brain to take control. It needs to be the boss. You need to help your kids to have that thinking brain be the boss. And maybe now that you think your kids have delved into pornography a little bit. Well, there's 3 ideas that can help you determine if they have. Now, that's not necessarily true for all of it, but some ideas. There's the physical, emotional, and spiritual ability that they have. Physical, are they distancing themselves from you as a family? Do they spend too much time in the room? Emotional is, are they grumpier? Are they tired? Not showing very much energy. The spiritual side of it is, do they stop reading their scripture? Stop saying their prayers? Now these are things that we need to be aware of as parents. Even though it might be intimidating for some of us parents, but we got to learn to trust our kids. It's out there, we know it's out there. And as we do this, I encourage you guys to porn-proof your kids so that they can save other kids' lives too. Thank you.